alaikum. Welcome back to our special Upazilla Cup 2015 Community Matters show. I'm your host, Abul Hasnat, second week running. We're talking about this competition which took place last Sunday, and what a day it was. Now, just before the break and the Azan that just took place, we were speaking about the group stage. I have another guest here. We've made a quick little substitution. Okay, Ibram Bhai off, and Shazan Bhai comes on. So, Assalamualaikum Shazan Bhai, how are you?
How are you?
Not too bad. Well, I know you're good because you guys are going to tell us why you're good later.
Yeah.
But let's not give it away. I need to first do some justice. So I'm going to take you back over to the screens because we, unfortunately, had the bottom part cut off. And there's 6 teams per group. So unfortunately, that team that was at the bottom was missing. So if I take you over to the screens now, what we spoke about earlier was the Group A. We showed you all the results. And the way the table finished was like this. But this time round, we've included Dokkin Shunamgonj. As you can see, they finished bottom of the table. However, full respect goes out to them because they took part, shall I say. Even though they finished bottom place, they took part and we're very, very pleased that they were there. So apologies to Dokkim Shanamgonj, you are there. And likewise, if we go over to Group B, there you have it. Raznagor were also participants in the tournament. Unfortunately, technical errors. I'm not going to blame it on the old boys of Sunali Otit as much as I'd like to. But there you are. They still respectable. They finished joint bottom because it was just on that one minor goal difference. So there was the final 2 tables. Bishnat, Balagoinj, Moli Bazar and Biani Bazar went through to the semi-finals. Now, going back to before we went on the break, we had Moli Bazar talking to us about their position in the league and how they got themselves through and the tough competition they had. So I was actually going to come up straight over to you, but I think our caller has come through. If I get the caller on line 1, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Hello, welcome salam.
A name please and who you support.
I'm ringing from Oldham. My name's Idris. I'm actually from... hello?
Yes, you're Idris from Oldham. Carry on.
Yeah, I can see some familiar faces on your studio, but I will introduce myself first. I wasn't actually there, but some of my friends from Oldham did go, and as soon as I heard the name Balagonj as winners, I just had to call up because I am from Balagonj, Usmaninagar.
That's terrible. That's terrible, Idris.
No. If he was there, I think I would have been doing cartwheels, to be honest. So,
I'm yet to meet you. I'm sure the cartwheels will be fine with you. But thank you for calling in and giving that support to Balagonj. Moli Bazar, I mean, tell us, we had some praises here for Balagonj. I hope a Moli Bazar person calls in. But how did you get through the group stage?
Well, the first game, we thought this was going to be our 3-pointer. Okay? As I said, every team was strong, every team played with one another, but I've got to give it to Gulabganj because of Tozubai. Even his elder brother played. Okay, that shows the unity. But I hit that Gulabganj as my banker for 3 points. Okay, so I had an easy.
No, everything you're saying is really hurting, but carry on.
That's the Dokkin Shanamgonj you're talking about. Towajubai is from Dokkin Shanamgonj.
Oh, sorry. Dokkin Shanamgonj, sorry, no, Gulabganj was Kamraj's
time.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't hurt so much. Carry on.
Okay, that's the one. The second game, we knew it was between ourselves and Biani Bazar because Biani Bazar was pre-tournament favourite. And we thought, okay, our players are not playing together. Let's see what happens on this result. So we drew 0-0 with them. It was, you know,
it's all pre-planned, yeah?
We're both Tigers at the end of the day.
Oh, so it was hold on. Did everyone catch this on air? What I heard was
I was going for the result.
Biani Bazar and it was a 0-0.
I was not messing around. I told my boys, if you ask my team guys, they will be, after the 4th game or the 5th game, I said to them, every single match I'm saying this is the important game. They're having a laugh. They're saying like, you're having a laugh.
No, joking aside, joking aside, we cancelled each other out, you know, in the game. The third game we were playing Dokkin Shanamgonj. I thought they were decent, but we managed to win against them 1-0. The 4th game and the last 2 games were the toughest, Jagannathpur and Satoh. Okay, by Allah, we had the first 3 games, we felt we were comfortable, we were easy. After getting the results that we needed in the first 3 games, the second 2 made my life a lot more easier.
Yeah.
But on the basis where he made it easier was, in the first 2 games, I lost half my team. I lost 7 of my players in the first 2 games. Right. So I thought to myself, how the hell am I we're going to get out of this group? As soon as we got the first 3 results, I thought we're going to get out. So how am I going to get 3 out of 7? But then again, Satoh couldn't rest any players. Joganath couldn't rest any players. That's the reason why every game in that goal was about 1 goal.
Okay.
Yeah? You know, apart from the Biennale beating Joganath by 2 goals in the first game, every single other game was really.
And that's how tight it was.
It was very, very
tight. I'm going to just take a break on you because I understand there's another caller on the line. So let me take this call. Caller on line 2. Assalamu alaikum. I think we've lost the caller. Well, what I'm going to do, if the caller comes back, then I'll certainly take your call. So do ring back into the studio. I think Biani Bazar, I cut them short, and I think they need to talk about their progress and their analysis on their oppositions.
I think everywhere I went, everybody was saying Bini Bazar is going to win it, Bini Bazar is going to do that. And I'm trying to calm everyone down and say, you know, we just got the players together. But alhamdulillah, you know, like I said, our players gelled together, they united, and I think that was the most important thing. And we had back-to-back. Imagine, you're going to a tournament, they haven't played together. Back-to-back, the first 3 matches was the best 3 games that we were playing. Jagannath for the first one, then we played Mulla Bazar, then we played Satoh. Those ones, because we got the 2 wins, I mean, Jagannath was a classic one, getting the 2-0 win. Draw with Mulla Bazar gave us that edge on that you're still alive. And Satoh, I've got to say, it's a fortunate win for us, unfortunate for them. It could have been a near 0-0, but right on the last minute, I think there was a little bit of a shot and an own goal blunder by our friend Goyas. But, you know, that's a good help for us. His in-laws is there now, so therefore he's got to support us in that sense. And then the other ones was Dokkan Shunam Goenj. I think we won 1-0. Gulab Goenj, to be honest, that was a classic thing that we won. That's for the first time after a long time where I had a group game where I don't need to worry about the key players. So I rested, the whole squad was rested for the semi-final, and I gave the opportunity of other players to play. So I think from our part, it was a very pleasure actually getting out of the group as a group
quite comfortably and
I wouldn't say it was comfortable. I would say, as you can say, the results was so tight. I mean, with Satoh, it could have been a 0-0. It was a very good game. I mean, Mulla Bazar side, it was a 0-0. I think with Jagannathpur, I don't know what happened there. I think we didn't give them probably time to settle down, more so than anything else, and we got those results. But it was good overall. I just want to say the atmosphere was absolutely fantastic. A lot of our Bini Bazari elders came down, Bini Bazari supporters were there. That was the overwhelming part. That if you think about it, just a couple of weeks ago, we had the Sonali Masters there in the same place. Who turned up? Just us players, the players that are keen, passionate about football. Here we had people that were coming to support their own area, and I think that's the banter that was quite good, and that everyone's coming to watch football. One of my uncle Muib came as I was leaving the club. I had to go to Manchester, and I said I had to go to Manchester. I felt so bad that I didn't come back and see him really. So I think overall that was a huge success. That regardless of what people say, we had new, fresh people coming to watch us play football, and I think that was a good thing. And we just showed the standard that a lot of people think it's over 35, I'm over 35, I can play. But actually the standard was very high. Yeah. Everyone that played, I would say 90% are probably league competitive players, that have played in competitions.
They were surprised at the intensity of it.
Yeah, of course,
yes.
Yes.
They were shocked.
It was standard. I mean,
a lot of people should actually remind our viewers that this was an over 35
tournament.
Yeah. Because over 35 took place. So
I mean, my team, everyone's asking for passports and passport check. They're all thinking they're all young boys and, playing there. I mean, people like Mufi, Wahid, Wadud.
Yes, but I've got to do some justice to Shahjahan because I know he's itching to say a few things about Balagoinji's trip through the group stages.
Well, it's interesting, Mesmer, by saying everybody thought they were favourites. They weren't favourites in our books.
Yeah, okay.
Not everybody thought that.
Okay.
The initial group game, I think they dominated the sort of the chatter. I think, because they beat Jagannath for 2-0 easily, I think, didn't you? So that was the chatter around the whole place.
So they set their mark there, didn't they?
So, but you never know these things, because as he said, he rested their players, some of them. Maybe that was not the right thing to do. Because you need to stay warm. People don't realise it when you're just walking around.
True.
You need to stay warm.
I mean, let's now move away from Group A, and I've got a few more minutes, and I want to get in a few from Babul Bhai here as well. With Balagunj, it wasn't a very straightforward story, as we were talking with Ripon Bhai earlier. And like I was saying, you must have panicked after the first 2 games.
It wasn't panic; it was frustration more than anything. Because in our heads, we knew we were good. We were good enough to go through.
Yeah.
It's just getting that first goal and the first win, that first 3 points is so important, especially the first game. And the worst thing is if you lose, but luckily we didn't lose, we drew. And the second game we lost, so we were under pressure straight away, But we knew we had the quality come through anyway.
And you were eventually, even though you're talking confidence, really, some of the other players I've spoken to, you did eventually just sneak through.
Yeah.
I mean, it was in your own hands. But you did eventually just sneak through.
Yeah, that first win is so important. It's amazing how important that is.
I think I need to look at the...
Can I just come
can
I just come in for one second? Sorry for this. I've got to mention these 5 players who made that trip, like 2 hours, 3 hours trip just for the game, and they could not play whole day after 1 game. They disappeared. Mujib from Portsmouth. He drove all the way from Portsmouth to come down here. After 1 game, he's gone. The Birmingham 3, Azad, Ayas, and Gauss. They come all the way from Birmingham again on the night, and they're gone. Joel came all the way from Oldham the day before, just for this tournament.
Wow.
Right? And after 1 game, they're gone. So all 5 of them were so disappointed. You could see in their face they were going to be in tears for not being able to play. Right? So I'd like to say thank you very much to all these players that did make the effort to come down. Yeah, maybe inshallah next year.
Inshallah. I think, you know what, we should make a big tribute to these guys. Because, yes, those brothers that travelled down from the other parts of the country, because us Londoners are selfish and we always want it here. But really and truly, your efforts haven't gone missed. As you just heard, Nurul Bhai's paid a tribute to you there. No doubt there's going to be a lot of social media tribute to you. All those brothers, I've read about it as well. There was even parts of Europe that some of you guys made an effort to come down from. So big thank you to everyone taking part. Please don't be disheartened by those that were knocked out earlier, didn't get much game time, because I'm going to move over to Babul Bhai, who's going to tell me about the success of the community out of this.
এখানের মাঝে 2টা পয়েন্ট আছে হাসনাত ভাই আমি জাস্ট খালি একটা জিনিস ফুটবলিং সাইডর আমি কই শাহজাহান I managed them about 16-17 years as a football team, and Newark is a well-known football team. I managed them about 15-16 years. But কোনো দিনও মানে বিশ্বনাথ ম্যানেজ করাত আমার কাছে মানে ওলাহান লাগছে feel like I'm managing a country. Even some of my players তারা ওলাহান মানে এক্সপ্রেস করে তারা নিজরে যে বাবুল ভাই আমরা তো আরও খেলাইছি বাট ই লাগের যেমন আমি আমার দেশ রিপ্রেজেন্ট করলাম লাইক একটা ফিলিংস আর কি আর বি অনেস্ট এজ এ অর্গানাইজার সাইডও যদি যাই অর্গানাইজিং লইয়া লিটল বিট আপ অ্যান্ড ডাউন অনেক কিছু হয়েছে আমরা কিছু রুলস রেগুলেশন নিয়ে আরি আমরা জো করছি বাট আলহামদুলিল্লাহ এন্ড অফ দি ডেজ এভরিথিং হ্যাজ বিন ডান বা জো হয়েছে বাট একটা টুর্নামেন্ট অ্যারেঞ্জ করা আর টুর্নামেন্টের সাকসেস করা সকলে মনে করা যে আমরা যে অ্যারেঞ্জ করছি আর মানুষের দাওয়াত দিছি মানুষ আইচুন সাকসেস হয়েছে ওলাখান এক্স্যাক্টলি ইলাখান নাই আজকে যদি টুর্নামেন্টের ডিসপ্লে ইলাখান হইতো না যেমন এটা লাগে আমি কয়েকটা টিমরে ক্রেডিট দিতাম ইভেন এজ এ আমি অর্গানাইজার অ্যান্ড আম ফ্রম বিশ্বনাথ বাট আমি ডিসপ্লে করতাম পারছি না যেমন মিসপা আইসইন তানোর একটা গ্রুপ লইয়া ইয়ার সাইটে দিয়ে একটা টেন্ট লাগাইসইন টেন্টর লগে বাক্কা মানুষ বালাগঞ্জ তারা কয়েক জাতর শার্ট প্রিন্ট করছে তারাও একটা টেন্ট বানাইছেন আর মই মুরব্বী সকল আইসইন ইভেন জগন্নাথপুর দে হ্যাভ ডান বিগ ব্যানার আর টি শার্ট ক্যাপস এভরি সব কিছু মিলাইয়া গিয়া ইটস সাকসেসফুল
ইহানো দিকেইতাম আসলাম আমরা তো শুনলাম যে সদরের তো বড় ডেগর আখনি তান্তানোর আলাদা আসিল
না ঠিক আছে আসলে জগন্নাথপুরের কিছু মানুষের আসলে অ্যাডমায়ার করা লাগে আসলে মানে তারার যে এই উৎসাহ দেখিয়া আমি নিজেও দেখছি যে আমরা বিশ্বনাথ থেকে অনেক বিহাইন্ডও পড়ে গেছি সো সেম গোস টু সাতোহর অনেক সাপোর্টার ওখল আসলাম সো ইলাহান সাপোর্ট আর সাপোর্টার আমি আসলে আর কোনো টুর্নামেন্টের মাঝে পাইছি না অ্যান্ড আমি আসলে কমিউনিটির যে সমস্ত বাইন আইসইন তারার উপজেলারে সাপোর্ট করছেন ডাজন্ট ম্যাটার দিস ইয়ার আমরা উইনার অলওয়েজ একজন হয় আমরা 12 জন 16 জন আগামী বছর 16 জন কিন্তু আমার কাছে লাগে 24টা উপজেলা হইব বাট এগেইন ইজ গোনা বি এ ওয়ান উইনার So আমরা আসলে আমরা কমিউনিটি রে আমরা ওলাহান মানে সকলের জোরে মানে ওলাহান উৎসাহিত করতাম যে আমরা এজ এ ইউনাইটেড হইয়া আমরা আইতাম আর এই ধরনের টুর্নামেন্টও আমরা সাপোর্ট করতাম ইসকনে বি বছর একবার হইব আর বছর
ফিউচার করে মাতু তো
ওকে
ইনশাআল্লাহ ফিউচার করে মাতু Thank you, Babul Bhai. That's inspirational, and that's the outcome of this tournament. We've got another break, so please do not go away. That caller that tried to come through earlier, please get back on the line. Let's hear from you guys. Final segment, we've got to watch the final, and we've got a bit of banter to do. This show won't be without the banter, so don't go away. I'll see you shortly. Wassalamu alaikum.